The goal of this brief instructional video is to introduce Safeassign, and this is the plagiarism detection software that Crown College uses. And you should know that we do not use this in a kind of policing fashion. Instead, we really view it as a teaching tool. So we want you to understand how Safeassign works. We want you to know how to use it for your own benefit, to check your own work so that you're sure that you're um, doing everything properly to avoid plagiarism. And we want your instructors to know that your instructors are using this to assess your work, and we want you to understand what they're looking at. And so if you go into the week 3 folder for this course and you scroll down, you'll find here a folder. This video is located in here and some other files explaining Safeassign. But what I want to do now is show you actually how to submit your work into Safeassign, and then we'll come back later and look at a report so that you can actually um, interpret the results. So if you were to go down to, for example, this spiritual growth assignment, you'll click onto the assignment, and you know that when you're in here, you can view the rubric as to how this is going to be graded. You can type a comment in here to your prof, but what you really need to do when you're submitting your assignment is attach the file that's on your computer. And so you'll browse your computer to attach the file. You'll attach it here, and then you'll notice that anytime we have Safeassign activated, you'll be directed to check this box to submit your paper to a global reference database. Now, what that means is that this plagiarism detection software adds your paper to a bank of papers. If you submit that paper again later, it's going to notify your professor. It's going to show that it matches something that was submitted before. If you were to copy another student's paper that's in the database, then it'll show that that was 100% plagiarized. If you were to copy something from the internet or some of the other sources linked to Safeassign, it will notify you and your instructor that there's a problem here and that they're identifying that work is coming from a different source. And so that's what you're agreeing to here, is to have your paper added to this database. And then of course, whenever you finish doing something like that, you always hit submit, which is saving your work and sending it to the professor. Now, the interesting thing is that once you've submitted this work, then you have the opportunity to go back in here and see the Safeassign report. Now, you'll notice here that it says the report is in progress. After you've submitted your paper, it's going to take Safeassign anywhere from maybe 15 to 20 minutes to go in and do this. Run the report so that you can see how you've done. We're going to look at that later, but what I want to point out here is that if you notice a problem, maybe you've uploaded the wrong paper, or you've noticed some plagiarism in the report that you see. We have tried to make many of our assignments structured in such a way that you're actually able to start new. This means you're actually able to resubmit over top of the other assignment this. And that's how we want you to use the plagiarism detection software to submit your work, come back later, view the report, make sure everything's okay. If you see a problem, fix it, and then resubmit here. Now that means you can't do your assignments at the last minute. You need to have a little bit of planning, but that is what we're trying to do here. And in a separate video, I'm going to show you how to access and interpret those Safeassign reports. Thank you.